counterpart situations are mirrors. Anything that bothers you about another person is just a reflection of what you can't tolerate within yourself. And once you heal that within yourself that bothers you in another, you can have peace. Well, the feeling of love, of two people being in this twin flame soulmate kind of union where you feel an ecstasy of union, what it means is two people are vibrating at exactly the same frequency at exactly the same time. Now, these people are not going to always be vibrating at the same frequency at the same time because people are always evolving and some people at different rates than the other. So you can be, jiving with your best friend or your boyfriend or your husband or whoever it happens to be, really well. And then some life event will affect one of you and one of you will shoot off at a different frequency, leaving the other one feeling a little bit off kilter. So that's the nature of these relationships. Now, as far as feminine and masculine, the feminine is the receptive. The feminine is the one that leans back, that receives. The masculine is the one that leans in and initiates, takes action. The divine masculine. Foundation. The core of the divine masculine is wisdom. His foundation is balance. The recent past, ecstasy. The present, abundance. Near future, protection. Outside influence, beauty. Hopes and fears, travel. Possible outcome, death. This is what the divine masculine is exuding. What is he seducing and attracting? At his core, wisdom, he's exuding and attracting, daring, doing, and reaching. At his foundation, he's exuding balance and attracting curiosity, destiny, and search. In the recent past, he's exuding ecstasy and attracting fearlessness, justified, and resistance. In the present, he's exuding abundance and attracting prosper, blossom, and flourish. She who thrives. In the near future, he's exuding protection and attracting secret love, rejection, fragility. In his outside influence, he's exuding beauty of creation and attracting liberation, freedom, and non-restrained. In his hopes and fears, he's exuding travel and attracting powerful devotion, true worth. Possible outcome, he's exuding death, which is a transformation, and attracting remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. What I'm seeing is a masculine energy who at his core is wise, and he takes this wisdom and flies. He has a lot of confidence. He'll reach for new horizons. He's daring. What I'm seeing is a masculine who is wise and daring, probably seen as something of a leader because he takes chances that others don't want to take. He exudes a confidence because inside he understands at a root level that if he continues to try new things or continues to attract new opportunities, he will gain knowledge and wisdom of ultimate protection. In his foundation, he has balance because of his curiosity, and he questions the things around him. He asks the deep questions of himself and others, probably analyzes the situation very carefully, and makes wise decisions about romantic situations, about work situations. He's curious. He wants to know the underbelly of things. He seeks to understand himself and others, and this gives him a nice foundation upon which to build this wisdom and reach for new horizons. In the recent past, he probably took a little break. He probably needed some time off. Since the thing that he attracts is a resistant, justified attitude, what it looks like to me is that he's a hard worker. He doesn't want to fail. Type A personality, but has recently taken some kind of vacation, some time off from the trial, and just let himself be free and feel himself in his ecstasy. It's not overindulgence. It's something like vacation. It's something like letting the balance side of you be free. This masculine is wise because he can find the balance by taking some time that he needs, because he does seduce a kind of resistant energy. This comes to him naturally, and so he has to exude an ecstasy. He has to try to find ecstasy in life by taking vacations, by having meaningful sexual encounters or meaningless sexual encounters, by enjoying the finer things, by making an effort to enjoy the finer things occasionally. This helps keep him balanced. And it feeds into his inner being, which is wise. You can't be wise without balance. If you're unbalanced, you can't find your wisdom. So he is balanced, and that's why he is so successful. In the present, he's being abundant and thriving. These two cards go together really nicely. He's naturally able to create from his nature, and therefore the energy that he seduces or attracts is prosperous. It blossoms. Things that want to be born, things that want to be created, come to him naturally, and he creates them. He's probably a very creative person. In the immediate future, we have protection. He's protected by the fact that he has, no, I'm going to say he's defensive because he has been fragile and rejected. She who loved once. He is pulling in an energy, a feminine energy that feels very vulnerable and fragile. So what he puts out is an energy of protection. It's a divine protection. It's a gentle protection. It's a protection of his own soul. Anubis protects the souls. He's protecting his own soul because what he has attracted is a little bit of sadness and love. This is in his near future. Perhaps there's a breakup coming. Something's happening where he's feeling that he needs to go inward and protect himself because what's coming at him is a sense of fragility. In his outside influence is beauty. This kind of beauty is the kind of beauty that you create Nature is beautiful. This is the creator of nature. Everything you see and feel and taste and touch that's natural in the world is this God of beauty. This God creates wonderful things. This is outside influence. He appreciates his environment. His environment is actually supportive, and he knows this. And it makes him feel a sense of freedom, liberation, unrestrained. He probably feels his most alive and free when he's in the natural environment, in nature. His hopes and fears are travel. Because he feels so alive and protected and free in nature, his hopes are to travel, because it brings him a sense of devotion and true worth. And the possible outcome for him is what he's currently manifesting is a change, a big change in his life. A death of the old, a birth of the new, and it's being ushered in by accepting a feeling of forgiveness. He has remorse and guilt for something, or he's accepting somebody else's remorse and guilt and is feeling a forgiveness. He's feeling an opportunity to forgive. My little dog's barking at me to come in. Hold on a second. Come on. All right. Overall, this masculine seems to be fairly balanced spiritually. Even though he is about to feel a sense of fragility and need to protect himself, he knows where to find that protection, and that's in nature. It makes him feel worthy. It makes him feel strong. Travel helps him get there. And he will get over this very quickly. He's going to feel whole. So let's do a few clarifiers. Oh, let's do this one. Let's do the vice versa deck. Okay, so let's ask, what I'm wondering is about this protection. I want to clarify this protection. What is happening in his near future that he needs to protect, that makes him feel fragile, rejected, in his underside, in his secret side? What is it? Queen of Swords in reverse. Wow. Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Swords. Oh my goodness. Wow. In this otherwise balanced masculine, something's happening that's making him feel mentally and emotionally out of control, and it's keeping him up at night with worries. What the heck? What is this thing? Okay, I need to ask a different deck. We're just going to ask the good old-fashioned Rider-Waite Tarot. What is the nature of this? Okay, here we go. King of Wands. Ten of Swords. Perhaps there's a very charismatic person that's coming in, running the show, and changing everything in this masculine's world. If it's a love relationship, perhaps his beloved has found a new suitor that is very charismatic and winning her heart, and even more of an exotic traveler than this masculine is. He's like this masculine 2.0. And it's brought about a breakup. If this is a work situation, there might be a new boss in the office who is taking the place by storm, changing everything, and possibly causing a huge shift in the way this masculine works, maybe even ending his current employment. If it's just a family relationship, perhaps this is a father who is not very sympathetic, who has dealt a fatal blow to his self-esteem. And so, again, what this masculine is seeking in his current environment is travel. He wants to travel so that his current environment could be full of beauty, natural beauty, so that he can gracefully forgive and make this change. Gracefully make this change. This is the situation for the masculine today. The divine feminine. At her core, she who avenges. In her foundation is she who loved once, fragile, secret love, rejection. In her recent past, she who questions, curiosity, destiny, search. In her present, she who listens. Whoa. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. She who listens. Understanding, witness, compassion. Immediate future. She who whispers. Oh, goodness. Okay, I gotta let the dog out. What? Go on out. Go on. Go. Have fun. Okay, she who whispers, secrets, confessions, confidant. In her environment, she who radiates knowing, ambition, confidence. In her hopes and fears, she who waits, patience, waiting, determination. And possible outcome in the future, if energies keep flowing this way, she who creates. Creativity, originality, spontaneity. Okay, this is her feminine side. These are all of the things that this feminine, remember the feminine is a seductive energy. It's a receptive energy. These are the things that she feels deep in her core. This is the kind of energies that are influencing her. She's seducing in or attracting all of these energies. So at her core, she's attracting in an energy of vengeance, looking for outcomes. Justice wants to be found through her. What she's doing about it, she's exuding confidence. At her foundation, she is fragile. She's secret love, rejections. This is what she feels deep in her core, in her body. She feels this. What she's doing about it is she sleeps. She sleeps it off. What she's feeling at her core, in her body, she's feeling curiosity. She's searching. She feels a sense of destiny. What she's doing about it is she's inquiring. She's looking for oracles and for answers. In her present, this was in her recent past, sorry. In her present, she listens. She's feeling a need to feel, she feels compassionate. What she's doing about that is seeking a sense of renewal. Her outside influence is making her feel confident, radiant. What she's doing about it is focusing. Wonderful. Her hopes and fears are waiting. She's hoping and or fearing something's taking some time for her, and this is either something that she's glad that it takes some patience because she needs to see it come to fruition, or she's fearing, she's uncomfortable in this feeling of waiting. But she's determined to see it through. She feels determined to see it through. What she's doing about it is she is creating a sense of chaos. She can't do anything about the situation, so she's running around in all directions trying to find a different sensation to supplant this one that's bothering her. And the possible outcome is a creativity. She'll feel creative, original, spontaneous, and that will bring her an ability to balance her outside circumstances. So let's just go over this, because it's kind of, I know it's confusing to think about, oh, I didn't do her immediate future, did I? Her immediate future is, she who whispers. She feels like she has some secrets, but these secrets make her feel beautiful. Oh, that's it. Okay. She's secretly creating something. Wow, that is a really important piece of information that I overlooked to start with. Okay, so let's take a look at her overall, the Divine Feminine at this time. She's angry about something, but she feels justified in this anger, so she's exuding confidence. Perhaps there's been a fight, and she knows that she's right. She knows she has been wronged in the situation. She knows who wronged her, and she feels right, and she's confident about it, and she's standing her ground. In her foundation, she feels rejected, brokenhearted. This fight made her feel brokenhearted. So as a result, even though she knows she's right, there's nothing she can do about it. So she sleeps. She sleeps to regain her balance in the situation. She knows she's not chasing after the revenge in this situation. She knows she's just. The outcome is proven her, and she feels confident about that, but it still hurts, right? So she sleeps. She sleeps to regain balance in the situation, to balance her energies. In the recent past, she has wondered. She's wondered. Wow. She who questions and inquiry. Can you believe that? Those two came out together. She has been feeling confused. And so she asked some questions. That's her recent past. That's probably what led to this present situation, in which she's listening, she's trying to understand, she's feeling compassionate. And because she asked the right questions, she does understand. And she does feel compassionate, but she knows that this is not the right situation for her. So she takes her confidence and allows that to bring about a sense of renewal in the present, a sense of regeneration. And sometimes in order to achieve this kind of renewal, regeneration, we have to sleep. It's the only way. It's the only way to recover our energy. This can be a very stressful time. So to achieve the renewal, she's sleeping. And that's probably extremely healthy. In the immediate future, she who whispers, she has secrets. But these secrets are about something that she wants to create. Perhaps the situation that she's in has helped her clarify her vision about what she wants to make happen in her life. But she's not talking about it. She's keeping everything quiet. She knows what she wants, and she's just going to keep it within herself. Her outside influence is confidence. People around her are supportive. People around her are supportive, happy for her, actually. They understand. They're giving her the confidence she needs, and they're helping her focus on the things that are important. In her hopes and fears, she hates that this takes time. She wants to manifest this new beautiful thing that she has in mind.
the secret thing, and she doesn't like waiting for it. It takes a lot of patience. It takes determination. So in the meantime, she's probably partying. She's just going out and doing whatever, filling her time with things that make her happy. She might even be putting on a little bit of a clown mask, a show, pretending like all this isn't bothering her at all. But it's a show. It's chaos. It's just distraction. It's what's the word with the magicians? They deflection or what's distraction, that kind of thing, where they create a distraction over here and then pull the trick over there. She's creating this little bit of a happy front when all she's doing is really waiting to manifest this new thing. But in the outcome of this situation, she is working on creating something. She knows in herself that what she has to do is focus on the creation of this. She needs to, don't let any of this bring her down. This is an act of spontaneity, originality, creativity. She brings the creative forces into her domain and helps her manifest the reality, the secret reality that she wants. She's not talking about it, but she's going to make it happen because she knows she's right. She's balanced. The things she's doing, she's taking balanced action based on knowledge that she's acquired. She's confident. Therefore, the acts that she takes are balanced and correct and are leading her toward the ultimate outcome of the thing that she wants to create. I'm not going to clarify any of this because I think it all makes sense and you can apply it to yourself as needed from the side of your divine feminine.
So we all have this yin yang within us, and the feminine is what we feel in our body. The masculine is what the action we take, what we think, and how we solve problems, and the action we take. So in the reading that we just had, we had a masculine who was feeling something had hurt him, and so the action, what he was feeling was the emotion of hurt in his body. He was feeling overburdened. He was feeling hurt and rejected, and so the action he took was to travel, to take a vacation, to unplug, to stop initiating, and to actually go into his feminine side. And the female in this situation, she felt angry and vindicated, and she actually retreated from dealing with it at all by sleeping. Now, that's not to say that's not healthy. That can be a very healthy way to rejuvenate. If you really can't control your vibration, it's good to sleep because it gives you a moment of reprieve from the engines that are running in the wrong direction. It allows you to get to a neutral point and start fresh. So it's healthy to sleep. But this feminine, she had a supportive environment. She feels vindicated and justified in the argument that's taken place. She's trying to sleep it off to run away from it. And although she knows what she wants to create, she's not telling anybody about it. She's not necessarily taking action on it. In fact, she's waiting, but she's frustrated about it. So she's creating chaos, a light show, a smoke screen to make everybody else out there think that she's doing okay when really she's not feeling grounded and balanced. In essence, she is. Oh gosh, why can't I think of the word? She's like rejecting, she's feeling her masculine side. She feels it wanting to come out. She just wants to roar like a lion and take it and gnash it all together and make it all happen. But she's repressing, that's the word. She's repressing that masculine urge to do something she knows she could, she knows she's right, she's repressing it, so it's coming out as this chaos. She is doing something. She's taking her masculine side and creating chaos with it because it's the best she can think of to do. Whereas the masculine, he's actually retired his masculine side for a moment and he's gone into his feminine side, and he's resting and nurturing his body and nurturing his emotions, and he's maintaining a sense of balance, and he's getting over it, over whatever this problem is, quickly, and manifesting a new beginning. So these two energies can be existing between two people, between you and another person. You could be the masculine or the feminine in this situation. We both contain both energies. Or this could all be happening within you, two sides of yourself warring in one situation over how to best deal with this situation. So I have some oracle cards, and we'll draw one, two if necessary, as advice for how to bring harmony between these two. It might be something that could act as an inspiration to one or both of the people or energies in the situation that can create harmony. Let's draw one for the feminine, an inspiration for the feminine energy who seems to be struggling. And then we'll draw one for the two, so if they can come into communication, it may be something that they can find common ground on. The feminine. The fig tree. Knowledge. She needs to focus, the feminine needs to focus on what she knows to be true. She might be caught up in what she wishes were true, and she needs to become rooted in what actually is. And that thing that actually is her sense of loss, or that sense of hurt or indignant righteousness. She needs to admit this. Maybe she can find a friend that she can confess this to, because your secrets keep you sick. And if she can root herself in the truth, the knowledge of what really is going on within her, the feminine needs to sit quietly in her own body and notice what she's feeling. Really, really notice what she's feeling, and ask herself, why do I feel this way? And when the answer comes, to that answer, she asks, why that answer? And to that answer, she asks, why that answer? Until she comes down to the root of what it is she's feeling. Now, perhaps that's a little bit misleading when I say why, because that puts you up in the head, and the head is the masculine place. She needs to stay in her body and feel it in her feminine space in her body. So she needs to feel her body and name the sensation in the form of an emotion. And if it's somebody who is not connected very intimately with her own emotions, she needs to go on the internet and look up a list of emotions with faces that indicate what they look like. And when she feels a feeling, find that emotion on the list and name it and understand it and learn what that is, and teach her body what that emotion is. So if somebody says, how do you feel? She says, I feel angry. I feel sad. I feel envious. Okay? So she needs to get real about what she's feeling, so that she doesn't have to run around and create the chaos just to make a smoke screen, so that she does not have to admit how she feels to other people. Now for the connection, if these two people come into connection after this time of the masculine finding himself in nature and the feminine resting and finding her reset point and getting real with her emotions, let's find an energy that can these two can unify over and heal the connection. And if this is within you, again, this is something you can heal these two sides within you with this energy. River. Things don't always take a direct path. Sometimes, all the time, we don't know what's best for us. There's an expression, well, never mind the expression, flow like water. Whatever comes at you, flow like water. The two, and it's so lovely that these two are, there's two strands in this because they're together, they've separated, they come back, and then they move together. Sometimes the water does separate like this, right? And sometimes we have to flow around corners. Sometimes we have to take turns that we didn't expect. It's important to, instead of white knuckle through these times, it's important to, like I was saying about the fig tree, it's important to get real about what's going on within you and learn from the experience so that you don't have to repeat the same cycles over and over and over again. Let yourself flow with the situation. Accept what it really is. Feel the pain. Feel the anger. Feel the resentment. Whatever it is that you feel, the joy. Even if there's sometimes there's relief. Sometimes something has been so troubling that there's relief when it's over. So feel what's real about the situation and then ask, what is this trying to teach me? How am I triggered in this situation? How am I, what's a lesson I'm supposed to be learning from this situation? Try to figure out what it is that it makes you feel and what you need to do from within yourself to feel at peace with it. Once you can do that, the wheel of fortune can turn. Things can come back into harmony. They cannot come back into harmony if these two strands keep moving further and further apart because they refuse to move around the landscape. You can't flow a river over a mountain. The river has to go around the mountain. If the mountain's there as an immovable force, the river has to accommodate the mountain. It's just the way nature works. So there's no point in trying to be a river shoveling your way through a mountain when all you have to do is adapt to the fact that the mountain is there, figure out the lesson, figure out how to flow around that mountain gracefully, and join up with the rest of the water on the way down to the ocean. I hope this is helpful. I hope you like this, and we'll do it again soon.